This is Sylvia Saber with OPTV Global Headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day. The U.S. House of Representatives agreed to speed the application process for Afghans seeking special immigrant visas as pressure mounts for Washington to help thousands who face retribution for aiding U.S. forces in Afghanistan. The House measure would waive the requirement to undergo a medical examination for applicants eligible for special immigrant status. Germany has completed its troop pullout from Afghanistan started in May, the Defense Ministry announced. The German Defense Minister offered her thanks to all the 150,000 men and women who had served there since 2001, saying they could be proud of their service. Indian Army continues state terrorism in occupied Kashmir. In recent, Indian Army martyred another Kashmiri youth in Srinagar. The number of youths martyred by Indian forces in Srinagar in the last 2 days has risen to 2. A map on Twitter's careers page showed occupied Jammu and Kashmir region as well as the Buddhist enclave of Ladakh outside India. In response, a Hindu hardline group has filed a complaint with police against Twitter's country head. The complaint accuses Twitter's India boss Manish Maheshwari and another executive of breaching the country's IT rules as well as laws designed to prevent enmity and hatred between classes. The Saudi Air Defense has intercepted a booby-trapped Houthi drone launched towards the kingdom's southern region, according to the Arab coalition. Up next, we have the national updates. The Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa had a video call with the chairman of the European Union Military Committee. Inter-Services Public Relations said that matters of mutual interests, regional security situation, including the recent developments in the Afghan peace process and enhanced bilateral cooperation with the European Union came under discussion. It is very unfair of the US and other Western powers to ask Pakistan to take sides and reduce its relations with China, as all states should enjoy positive relations with one another, Prime Minister Imran Khan has said in an interview. He stressed that no matter what pressure is exerted on Pakistan, the relationship between the China and Pakistan would remain the same. President Azad Jammu and Kashmir Sardar Masood Khan urges United Nations to probe Indian brutalities against children in occupied Kashmir. He asserted there are children of 10 to 13 years of age among the 14,000 civilians the Indian Army had arrested during curfew and the lockdown in different parts of the occupied territory. Sardar Masood Khan added the real situation is even worse, as the occupation army is not only abusing the rights of the children but also is engaged in carrying out genocide, war crimes and crimes against humanity. PMLN Supremo Nawaz Sharif has directed Party President Shehbaz Sharif and Maryam Nawaz to launch the election campaign together in Azad Kashmir and address public meetings separately at different places. Nawaz and Shehbaz Sharif have decided to hand over the election campaign to Maryam Nawaz. Azad Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly has approved the state's Rs 141.4 billion surplus budget for fiscal year 2021 to 2022 within hours of its representation by Finance Minister. It proposed Rs 28 billion to be provided by the government of Pakistan for the annual development program, which includes foreign aid of Rs 2 billion. Up next, we have the health updates. The Delta variant of COVID-19 wreaks havoc around the world. As defined by the World Bank, high-income countries have administered an average of 79 doses per 100 inhabitants. But in low-income nations, the figure is just 1 shot per 100 people. Pakistan's positivity rate of COVID-19 has gone back up and is currently 2.3%. Another 27 people died of coronavirus in Pakistan in the last 24 hours, pushing the national death tally since the pandemic started to 22,281. Moderna's Inc. COVID-19 vaccine has shown promise against the Delta variant with a modest decrease in response compared to the original strain. The drug maker said, study data showed that the vaccine was far more effective in producing antibodies against the Delta variant than it was against the Beta variant. Up next, we have the sports updates. The International Cricket Council confirms that this year's 2020 World Cup, which was originally scheduled in India, will be staged from October 17 in the United Arab Emirates and Oman. The matches in the UAE will be played in Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Sharjah, while the Oman Cricket Academy ground is the fourth venue. English cricketer Joe Root celebrated his 150th one-day international appearance with an unbeaten half-century as England claimed a 5-wicket win over Sri Lanka in their series opener at Chesterley Street. Chasing a target of 186, Root and all-rounder Moeen Ali stitched together a patient 91-run partnership to steady the ship. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. Pakistan Health Department has allowed cinemas to reopen across the country from July 1st for vaccinated individuals only. The health department has allowed cinemas are allowed to reopen with strict COVID protocols till 1 a.m. Pakistan's acclaimed singing sensation Atif Aslam has gained immense appreciation with his latest music video Dil Jalane Ki Baat. The singer's latest romantic music video has so far surpassed over 1.6 million views within 24 hours of its release. Famous Bollywood actor Anil Kapoor also turned out to be a fan of Pakistani actress and comedian Hina Dilpazir. The actor had said in an interview that there is no shortage of talent in Pakistan. If the platform is provided, then no talent can compete with Pakistani artists, singers, musicians, actors, and actresses. Up next, we have the business updates. The World Bank has approved $800 million loans for 2 programs in Pakistan. The $400 million for the Pakistan Program for Affordable and Clean Energy focuses on measures to improve financial viability of power sector, while another $400 million for the second Securing Human Investments to Foster Transformation program supports a federal structure to strengthen basic delivery for human capital accumulation. The Economic Coordination Committee of the Cabinet has approved a summary by the Industries and Production Division for import of 100,000 metric tons of sugar. The ECC allowed extension in subsidies for 15 days from 1st July and constituted a committee to work out a future course of action within 15 days. Federal Minister for Maritime Affairs Pakistan has shared a plan for the installment of a 4th liquefied natural gas terminal in the country at Karachi's Port Qasim. Ali Zaidi shared that Mitsubishi Company has decided to invest $300 million for setting up the LNG terminal at the city's port. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. Scientists have detected 2 collisions between a neutron star and a black hole in the space of 10 days. This is the first time researchers have detected a neutron star crashing into a black hole. The observations could mean that some ideas of how stars and galaxies form may need to be revised. World must remove 1 billion tons of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere by 2025 if the Paris target is to be met. More than 190 countries have signed the Paris Agreement designed to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, but the current projects in development could remove only 150 million tons of carbon dioxide by 2025, the report revealed by the Coalition for Negative Emissions. That's all from this bulletin. For more updates, do stay with us and keep watching OPTV Global.